Good evening. Hello, hello, hello. Just in time here. Lilo, hello. Avimar, hello. Peter, hello. Lilienthal. Vectorom. Lisa, hello, hello. Greetings. Claudia, hello. Good Abend. Todd, hello. Good day. Welcome to another stream. Today in XP12. And I'm just watching these birds fly around here. Don't know if you have to be worried about those. We are in Valencia. And we're flying to Bilbao. Bilbao has a new scenery here in X-Plane 12. Now I'm sure somebody will ask what developer. Let me have a quick look. You guys know that I can't remember these things. Let's have a look. X-Plane Store. And we have, let's have a look. Bilbao, Bilbao, Bilbao. What? Not found. Lol. There it is. It is from, it's a new scenery from, drumroll, they're called Virtual Design. Virtual Design. And I did buy it myself. Cost price currently $19.90. Good. Let's see. Are we live? We're live. Kerry, hello to you as well. Right. Yes. So apologies that I couldn't stream yesterday. There are a lot of things going on in the background, as you can imagine. My retirement flight is coming up in the next weeks, and lots of stuff to prepare prior. And we've just been down to Frankfurt visiting some good old friends, and yeah, it's a lot of stuff happening also in the background regarding the future of the channel itself, etc., etc. So a lot of things happening.
Could new subscribers please make your way to the first class cabin?
Iowa Scotsman coming in first of all with a 55 months resub. Thank you so much, Iowa.
BB711 beloved.
Thank you very much, Iowa. How are you doing? Nice to see you. And a big shout out. Thank you, Mark, for the shout out. Hello, Mark. Hope you are well. Right, let me have a quick look, make sure everything's running here as it should. Now, I was going to go ahead and do a couple more viewpoints. Oh yeah, by the way, so I do have the new FS projects. Hey Lilo, yeah. Hang on. And Gilend coming in 22 months. Good evening.
Hope you're doing well.
I am.
Finally able to catch a stream again. Smile, keep them up. How do you feel about your retirement?
So first of all, Jillian, thank you so much for the 22 months. Retirement, I am actually very excited about the prospects. Now, I've been home a lot lately, and I've been super busy. So I'm excited for many things coming up in the future. But of course, I am going to kind of try to take in the last couple of weeks, you know, as much as possible, right? So I'm trying to enjoy the last flights, and yeah, trying to take in everything, knowing it's going to come to an end pretty soon. So now, I know it's interesting because I had some discussion with my friends. They know me for over 25 years now. And we had some interesting discussions because obviously my friend knows me very well. And he was like this, you know, the same thing, like, you know, asking, are you not worried that you're going to be bored, or, you know, do you think it's going to be very emotional regarding you know, your retirement, or the retirement flight even, right? And I say, well, I honestly don't know. I honestly don't know how emotional things will get. for me. Honestly, don't. Yeah, Mark, that's true. So, like I said, I'm in the background. There's already a lot of things going on regarding content creation in the future. So after I've retired, including face cam, including maybe some new kind of setups regarding more like doing more edutainment again instead of just pure entertainment with the flight simming here. So there's definitely going to be some interesting things coming up. If anybody wants to fly along, here's the route for the flight, and I will be on Vatsim. Now, where's my folder here? So I want to have my. Hang on. I want X-Pilot. Oh, hang on. Oh no. I have to. Oh no, I don't. This is right. I don't. I just thought I was on Pilot Edge the other day, which I was, but that was in Microsoft, not in X-Plane. So we're fine. What are we called? We're called Iberia 357. 357 A320 Neo. So it should be 320 Neo. There we go. 20N, right? Yeah. Cool. Oh, course and mismatch. What? Hang on. What did I do wrong now? Connect. Iberia. 537. Lol. Yeah, that explains it. There we go. Now we're online. Okay, fantastic, guys. Yes, on Thursday. Fantastic. Cool. Alrighty. Yeah. So again, I'm definitely going to be looking forward to doing lots of different things, and actually concentrating on things that I enjoy doing, and and not having distractions in forms of work schedules and so on. So for me, I'm definitely looking forward to that. Now let me just try to get my WinWing MCDU working. Why is it not working? Hang on. Toliss. Open. Run. Alright, at least that's working. Cool. Alright, cool. Okay, so Lilo. Linie Pilot Halbtags, hello. And Lilo, you wrote... you bought Atmos. Yeah, okay, so I'm not sure. So Lilo, maybe you have a good preset, but yeah, I tried a couple of presets, and yeah, some of them are nice, but I have to try some more, I guess. Hey Yoda! Lecker, wie geht's? How have you been, Yoda? And I was actually cycling today. It's getting cold, isn't it? It's getting colder. Yeah, autumn is around the corner.
Hello Smile, finally 2 years subscribed, probably much longer without.
Well, Ghost, the problem is I'll be landing in pitch black darkness because I'm coming back before sunrise. so it's pretty much impossible to film the landing. And Captain Mitchell coming in 2 years, finally 2 years. Thank you so much to Captain Mitchell. Lovely to have you here. Captain Mitchell, isn't it incredible how fast 2 years are going by? Yeah, so Captain Mitchell, thank you so much for that awesome support. 2 years. Much appreciated. And I hope you are doing well. Reese, hello to you. Speaking of cold, is it cold here at Denver? No, it's already snowing in the Rockies. Yeah, like I said, Christmas soon. Yeah, so again, quick mention again with the FS projects. Just So now I have the FH Project stick, and again, it's fantastic quality, and it has the hat switch, so it has like four positions I can now set on this stick itself, which is great. Hands off flying. It's like he's subscribed yesterday. Thank you so much. Yeah, I hope to continue on that path, Captain Mitchell. And HD saying hello to you. Alrighty, so let's get started. We are flying, again, from here, Valencia, to Bilbao. And I think the weather today is actually not too bad. Not too bad at all. So we have Lima Echo X-Ray Juliet as the alternate. Iberia 537 Cosnix 21. And is it really that long? Honestly, Ghost, I didn't. Well, I thought choose. Well, Ghost. So here's the thing. I did want to have a little bit longer flight because I want to try to see if they have fixed the issues in 2024, especially regarding my sound issues and also the OBS streaming issues. So hopefully that they are fixed, because I don't know, I do want to get more and more into 2024. I don't want to be stuck on 2020, to be honest. Yeah, Ghost, me too. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that as well. So that's why I've chosen the routing. I do want to make it an interesting one. Bilbao, it's about 57 minutes flight time. 350 is actually, it's 330 is planned. Zero fuel weight 62.1, which we have. So we're going to apply these load settings. Oh my God, Avenger again! Avenger, what's going on? Avenger, thank you so much. Oh, that's really kind. Another 5 gifted subs on the channel, and you've been gifting. I'm just looking for the message, because I know you've been such a huge supporter, Avenger, of the channel. There we go, 260 gifted subs. Avenger. Early retirement gift. You are too kind, Avenger. It was a pleasure meeting you in Lelystad, and I hope, Avenger, that we're going to meet up next year in Lelystad as well. I would look forward to that very much. And those that just been gifted, please say a big thank you to Avenger Ryan for gifting me the sub. Thank you so much. Hey Svenja, good evening. Svenja, that's really kind, but yeah, I mean, it's I honestly don't know how emotional I will be, because I may sometimes sound kind of a little bit cold or direct or something, but I do have a big heart, so yeah, I do get emotional obviously from time to time, and I don't know, I honestly don't know how I think it's gonna work out. And Avenger, once again, thank you so much, and gifting another one to Don Valdi, another gifted sub. Oh, so that's from Aviomar. This is almost the same name. Aviomar as well for you. And I know, Aviomar, you've been a huge supporter as well. 26 gifted subs here as well on the channel. Aviomar, thank you very, very much. Yeah, Mark, well, you know me well. So, yeah, we'll see. We'll see how it goes. I will keep you posted for sure. I just got word today that my... so the VHS cassette I said to have digitalized is almost finished. So that actually holds a 747 video, and I've not seen it myself for like 15 years. So that's going to be funny for me as well. But yeah, after I've retired, we'll see lots of content in that regard. Yeah, that's true, Mark. That is true. Pilot 19, thank you much.
Hi BB. As always, thank you for your streams.
That's really kind. And also thank you, Pilot 19, for your support. Thank you so much. 56. That's a long time as well. Blimey. Thank you very much. Lilian Pilot Halbtags. That's a very good question. And I think knowing my first officers were always very, very nice. And I'm sure they will say that it's okay if I take both landings. However, the thing is that, you know, we are currently still really, really tight on landings, meaning if I take both landings, then, you know, potentially one of my first officers will have to go into the simulator to get the 3 landings within 90 days. So it's going to be a question of if both of my first officers have enough landings lately, then I may. But personally, at the moment, I'm kind of you know, just thinking about doing the last flight, so Cape Town, Frankfurt, and then yeah, in color. Right, anyways, so Valencia currently 090 at 11, 1016 on the altimeter setting. Yeah, good weather here. And Bilbao is at cool. Visibility's gone down a bit, light rain. We actually have easterly winds, northeasterly winds. Gonna have to wait and see what the runway does later on. But could be interesting. Different approach today. And we've got even broken fog later as well. So very interesting weather. 7 kilometers right now. Okay. So Santander is the alternate. It's good weather forecast. Yeah, some rain showers from time to time, but all in all, no threats. Looking good. Which means we are going. Oops, we're going to go with the flight plan real quickly. It's a lot of headwind. Yeah, it is. Hang on, let me just check. Yeah, 50 knots average. Blimey. And still only 57 minutes. Yeah, Ghost, at this time of the morning, Ghost, I think the center runway is in use anyways. And I think like 25 left is closed that early in the morning. And so it's just single runway ops anyways. So let's have a look. Alternate fuel is required 600 kilograms, wow. 600 kilograms only. And we have runway 12. Runway 12. 12. Let's have a quick look at the layout here. Yeah, well, definitely with that wind, it will definitely be. One, 2, 4 departure. Just to get my infos out. Yeah, 100 degrees at 9. Cool. So what I'm going to do is we're going to go and so init A page, E page is already filled out. We have a good nav database, which is also important. Then we've got departure 12, and we're flying the Mandy 7 Golf departure. And there it is. And then it's flight plan route via Pamplona to Chegam, and then for arrival, it's probably going to be ILS 12. have a look here. Approach. The Zulu 1-2. So this would be then via Olmet. Via Olmet. Let's have a look. So let's go with the ILS 1-2. Chegam. In this case, it would be 4 Tango. Approach via Olmet. Insert. Let's have a look. Let's have a quick look. With plan mode. Yeah, we're just going to clear out the discontinuity here, and that should... Oh, okay, that's interesting. So that's going to be a... Oh, it is 3-0. Hang on. Hey, Turkinis. Yeah, well, I mean, it's... It is actually 3-0 in use. Okay, thanks for the ATIS. Appreciate that. I would have thought they switched to 1-2 now. Okay, there we go. Then we're going to go take that away, and we're going to go with the ILS Zulu 3-0. Chegam 3 kilo. Look, arrival. The 3 kilo would go via Olbits. Let's have a look. Yeah. So Chegam 901. Oh, actually Uvaki, and then on the ILS. Yeah, the 3 kilo ends at Uvaki. Although then we have to... Man. I honestly, sometimes I'm just always baffled by how complicated they make these approaches. What's the Yankee say here? Yankee... That's a different one as well. Yeah. Anyways, I'm going to go Uvaki. And I'm going to take out this one here. Because we are going to be on the ILS. There we go. Hey, Bas Martin, doing well. How are you, Bas? Nice to see you. All right, so that's done. 305 miles, 305, 2, altogether 300. So that does add up nicely. Let's have a look for the wind request. Next phase, cruise wind is in, descent wind is all in. And so that way we should get some good data. I was already wondering when somebody would ask that. Am I excited for the 320 CO? So first of all, I was asked several times if I get a free copy, so like a prior copy. I was offered kindly, which I'm grateful for. However, for about a year now, my credo has been not to accept any more free copies from anyone. And the reason being is that very often, you know, if you make reviews or, you know, give your opinion about the product, you will be biased one way or other, right? So it's going to be a 320 CO from Toliss. What to expect? I honestly don't know. And I mean, if I could make a wish list, I think one of the biggest wishes would be a little bit more improvement on the textures, and also have a little bit sharper displays. And that's something I'm still missing here on the Toliss. The best policy? Yeah, I think so too, yeah. Yeah, so Lightning, on the 26th, if I'm correctly informed, they plan to bring it out. And so that means then I will try it. When it is released, for sure. Right, let me just get this out. I think this app is a bit better, right? So that's routing Valencia up to Bilbao, and that's our departure route here. So we've got the Mandy 7 Golf. Initial climb is 6,000. We need a 5.5% gradient to 2,000 feet. That means with about 250 knots in between that, between 1,100 to 1,400 feet per minute climb rate. In the Neo, absolutely no problem whatsoever. So we're going to take runway heading to 2 DMEs, Valencia DME, then turn right. We're going to follow 11 DME arc. And intercept then the 323 course inbound to Calais, or Cayet. And to cross Cayet, 8,000 above. And then we continue to Mandy. And you can see the reason for this altitude restriction is the high terrain as you go northwest bound. Very high terrain. And that's about it. What about taxi out? Pushback. And then let me just have a quick look here at the parking chart. I think we are currently, at 43. So pushback facing west. And I'm going to go Whiskey Bravo November. Disregard. Yeah, Whiskey Bravo November. And then all full length. Let me pin that as well. Yeah, that's Hotel 8. That's fine. Cool. Alrighty. Cayet, right? Calais. Sorry, yeah. It's like a Mallorca. No, Calais. I did notice that. I was pronouncing something wrong there. And then we got NADP 2. Engine out would be just straight out. 1800 acceleration and straight out. Yeah. Oh, did someone read the incident? We'll have a look at doing cruise flight in Nice. Novel Air overflying a EasyJet. It's pretty similar to what we had in San Francisco, right? A couple of years back. I think it was an Air Canada mistaking a taxiway, and the aircraft lined up there with the runway or something. Yeah, we'll talk about that during the cruise flight. 25 feet according to a flight radar 24. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure we're gonna get some investigation there and then official reports. But it will definitely be interesting to hear, what led up to that, right? So let me put Valencia in here for the RATNAV. Valencia 16.1 and Charlie Lima Sierra Cayet. In here, that's done. Secondary copy active. We'll do a quick return if anything goes wrong for a approach 1-2. Zulu 1-2, no start, no via, and fix info Valencia 1-2. 116 degrees to 25 miles. And then we said we're going to do NADP 2, 1240, 1240. Engine out, acceleration 1800. That's a very good question. Let me have a look. I think they're leaps, right? I think they are leaps. If I'm not completely mistaken. Let me have a quick look here. If I open the aircraft config. Oh, actually, hang on. Automatic. Yeah, so even the auto, it will be leaps. The Kiwi? I honestly don't know. Maybe someone knows what that's all about. Why it says Kiwi on the engines. What that stands for. Because I honestly don't know. I do not know. Right, let's do the takeoff performance. We've got Valencia 1-2, full length. Wind, yeah, we'll leave the wind as it is. But we're going to put 24 in here. And 1015. Runway dry, anti-ice off. Takeoff weight is 66.8. Well, 66.7 actually. So 66.7. CG is 29.6 for takeoff. Fantastic. That's all correct. And we got a V1 range of 129 to 147. I'm going to put something in between, like 130, 36 or something. 136. Kiwi is the developer's nickname. Is it really? Is it? That sounds a bit weird. Huh? No, the... honestly... yeah, that does sound a bit weird. Right, so let's uplink the info, but for the flex takeoff. So we've got, well, we'll take 137 in this case, 146, 147 here, and then 149. Some small changes. Flex 73, flaps 1 up 0.4. Looking good. That means we've finished all preparations. And then let's read a quick checklist, and then we're good to go. The APU will start. And yeah, Kimi, how are you doing? Nice to see you. Normal. Cockpit preparation checklist. Hang on, what was the QNH again? 1015. That looks a bit better. Oh, 1016 actually. No, I calculated with 1015. 1016 is the QNH. Fantastic. Cool. Yeah, Ghost already changed that. Strobes are off on purpose. Now I think I have to sync the bar rows. These are still the settings for the shared cockpit. Oh yeah, and we are planning a shared cockpit now. It'll be on a German live stream though, initially. So the next shared cockpit is going to be on Thursday. I just got received. So we're flying with Dan. And we did say we're going to have a... I know, Mark. I'm sorry. Well, Mark, I mean, you know, once we do a shared flight together again, yeah, we can rest assured that rest assured that we're going to be doing that in English. Right, cockpit preparation checklist. Gear pins covers removed. Fuel quantity. We've got 4,740 kilograms, all balanced. Seatbelts on. ADIRS all nav, and we've got the bar row ref 1016 3 times. Checked. And that's the cockpit preparation check is completed. Can we do it in German? If you like. Well, I mean, I am open for anything. I am open for that as well. With an East Midlands accent, yeah. That would be funny though. Alrighty. Let's call up pushback, shall we? And we did say we want to have that facing west.
Ground to cockpit. Can acknowledge. Coming through the menu when you are ready. Ground to cockpit. Tower is driving up.
Thank you very much. He never listens. Right, let's get the...
Some doors are still opened or the GPU or the ASU are still connected. I'm waiting for all of them closed and disconnected, then I will proceed.
Well, they should be closed.
Okay, all doors and hatches are closed. Ready to connect.
Yeah, please do. Yeah, fuel pumps on, beacon codes on, we got APU bleed on, and transponder. There is a center online, but that's only later. We're going to get into Madrid sector, but they're not active here. When you see Kiva in the engine, it reminds you that it's the wrong engine for delivery, but I don't... well, I mean, I'm pretty sure. Let me just check something, guys, then. Let me check something. So, Echo Charlie, Mike X-ray uniform. So, does it have the engine types on there? That's the question. Are they LEAP or are they... Yeah, they are LEAPs. Yeah. 100%. LEAP 1A26. Yeah, I've just seen it. Yeah, they are. So that's a correct engine type. Cool. Looks like we're getting ready. So let's read the before start checklist. Parking brake is set. Takeoff speeds flex 137, 147, 149, flex 73. Windows doors closed. That is closed. Closed. It's the engine that actually works, lol. And the beacon is on.
Ground to cockpit. Please show me where you want to connect and bypass being inserted. Release parking brake.
Brakes released. Valencia traffic.
Starting pushback, and you may start engines.
Hang on. Push to talk. Oh, hold on. So that should be X pilot. Push to talk. Valencia traffic. Iberia 537 pushing back. Stand 43 in Valencia. Radio. Let's start the engines. So let's start engine 1. And again, this will take some time. These are, I don't actually know if they are the BSS sounds or not. But they sound like. Oh, you're right. Yeah, you're right. I was on the wrong frequency. Hold on. Let me fix that. Pro pilot. Yeah, Ghost. There we go. Now we got light up. Oh, yeah. Todd, engine switches won't flip for some reason, like it's mouse clicker. Here in X-Plane? Just wait, there is available starting engine 2. That's weird. Phoenix! Anyone else have the problem, the Phoenix? Woo, woo. Exactly, Avenger, yeah. Nice sounds. Who's
Operation complete. Set parking brake.
Who was knocking on the door there?
Disconnecting tow. Stand by.
New plane graphics? No. No, this is just a normal normal versions. I mean, you know, obviously there are changes to X-Plane 12 as we go along now. So yeah, visuals. Oh, and one thing I'm looking forward to today, guys, on Microsoft 2024 later on. I'm also looking forward to the night lighting. Valentino, hello to you. Yes, I'm looking forward to those. Yeah, Winky, hello to you. Yeah, it could be binding conflicts, yeah. Are you using the Bravo throttle quadrant and more in Voyager? Just wondering if that may be a case.
Tower is disconnected and bypass beam has been removed. And signal on the right. We'll see you next time and have a safe flight.
Muchas gracias, señor. Right, let's there we go. Nice. Up, down, neutral, rudder, full left, full right, neutral. Gonna wait for the all clear signal, and then we are ready for the after start checklist. There it is. After start, anti-ice off. That should go. Ecam status checked. Pitch trim up 0.4. Hang on. Up 0.4. And rudder trim neutral after start checklist completed. Valencia traffic. Iberia 537 taxiing runway 12 in Valencia. Hey Tuxu, welcome aboard. How are you? Enjoy. Good evening. Hey Winky, almost 2 years. Winky, thank you so much. Yeah, time is flying, isn't it?
Time seems to go by quickly.
Absolutely agree. Winky, thank you so much for the 23 months. Hope you're doing well. On brake check. Brakes are working. Hey Ted, hello, nice to see you. Wie geht's? Patrick, hello to you as well. Hope you're doing well. Right, let's get the radar PWS on. Config test is good. Mohammed, hello to you as well. Good. Let's read the taxi checklist. Flight controls check flap setting. Config 1+F. Radar. Predictor windshield system on and auto. Engine mode selector is normal. Ecam memo. Takeoff no blue. Taxi checklist completed. Right, let me get terrain on here. And I'm going to put the TCAS on already. Scanning for traffic on final. Toliss Simulation Solutions. Hello to you. How are you doing? I assume so. Toliss Simulation Solutions. I assume you with the Toliss team. No, so I was offered, and a big thank you again to, I think it was Torsten who offered, but I've got a new, well, it's not new, for about a year now. Juliana, okay, thank you, hello. Yeah, so, well, first of all, thanks for offering, but I have stopped accepting free copies for about a year now, so it's nothing against any company per se. I'm just, you know, yeah, black box policy. So I decided to go with that, simply just to, you know, to make sure that I can speak freely about the products. And but you can rest assured now that the reason that or looking at how often I fly to Toliss, means I think it's good quality. So I'm enjoying it very much. Especially on the shared flights. Yeah, so Juliana, could you maybe, since I am honestly not quite in the picture yet regarding the changes, what are the biggest changes or the biggest kind of new things with the 320CO? If you don't mind. Beautiful. Alrighty, we've done all the preparations. We're good to go. I don't see anyone on final. And so we've calculated with packs off. We'll do the packs off here. Strobe lights on. And I'll go to Hotel 8, I think it is. Valencia traffic, Iberia 537 lining up departing runway 12 in Valencia. So the CEO is an add-on to the Neo, so it would come with CFM-IE engines. Nice. Okay, IAE is nice. As well as the corresponding tuning. Nice. And I think it was said to be 26 for the release, which I'm definitely looking forward to. Line of checklist. Take off runway 12, full length. And we got TCAS, T-A-R-A, and pack 1 and 2 off. That is the lineup checklist completed. We're good to go. Let's get correct camera and let's go. Takeoff. And start the drone. Got Manflex 73 SRS runway auto thrust blue. Lovely. Thrust is set. 100 knots. B1. Rotate. Up we go. Pause the rate. Gear up. Beautiful. Thrust climb out blue.
Valencia traffic, fueling 518 Charlie, lining up and taking runway 12 in Valencia.
So I'm reading that the CO will also be tuned regarding the fuel system and adapted the avionics to the CO standard. Nice. Well, that's nice. That's looking forward to that for sure. Can you please tell me, would headwind affect airspeed? No. No, so your airspeed is always referenced to the air surrounding you. So you think of it as you're sitting on a boat going down the river or against the river. Right? So it affects ground speed, flap 0, speed check flap 0, but not your indicated airspeed. Okay, we've got some good questions coming in. Stand by. I'm going to get to your questions in a minute. I'm going to put the autopilot on. Pack's coming on as well. Yes, sir. 1, 2. Disarming spoilers. And we'll switch off these chrono resets. And then we're going to fly the 11 DMI. Lovely harbour here from Valencia. Oh yeah, and Valencia, beautiful, beautiful city. Man, I've been jogging here in that old riverbed for so many times. The expo centre here, really lovely. Some cool layovers there. Brilliant. All right, here's 6,000. Transition is in. $6,000 feet. There we go. So here we got nice 11 DME arcs, doing that very nicely. And we're going to continue climb, I think it was 330. So we've got thrust climb, altitude 330. I am going to dial down the... Oh, that doesn't affect it. Hang on. Do it here. It sounds... That's interesting. Oh, hang on, that's a different... Oh, sound... Yeah, there we go. Sound 3D, that's it. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, it's a different... It is the BSS sounds then, I think. Right, let's go standard, set. Yeah, you're right, Bass Martin. Yeah, it is. So Toliss Simulations, or Jan, thanks so much for the informations. Thank you much. Yeah, we'll contact you regarding the CEO. Fantastic. And you can rest assured I will definitely go and try it. Yeah, Yoda, we will talk about it during cruise flight. Yeah, I'm going to read the latest infos there. Wind shear could affect airspeed. Well, yeah, any quick changing, a change in wind direction, wind speed does affect your indicated airspeed. Yes. Yes. So the stick. So at the top is, so the base is the Mosa AB9 force feedback. And on top of that now is the FS Project flight stick version 2 with the 4-way hat switch. Now I can dial down the sounds even more, right? Hang on. It's interesting that it still seems very loud. Alright, well, now it's better. So now we're going northbound again, meaning the airport is down here. Beautiful, right, lovely. Did I miss any more questions? Let me just see. Yeah, when do you release the rudder pedals after takeoff? Also a very good question. So obviously you have to distinguish between steering the aircraft on the ground and then letting it fly through the air. So let's start with flying through the air. What you don't want to do with these airliners is you don't really want to use rudder in flight unless you are trying to compensate asymmetric thrust because you have an engine failure, or you are in the flare and you want to decrab the aircraft and align it with the center line of the runway. These are literally the very few times you will touch the rudder pedals. The reason is that these airliners have what's called a yaw damper, which coordinates your turns for you. So when we talk about conventional aircraft like glider aircraft or even the Cessna 172, there what you want to do is use a bit of rudder to stop the yawing effect when you are going into a turn or coming out of a turn. All right. So the airliners do that for you. The reason being is that the computers do it really well, and you can imagine on long aircraft, let's say on a 321 or A350, you can imagine if you didn't coordinate the turns with the rudder, people in the back especially would really feel how the aircraft yaws left and right. So why does the yaw come? Actually, well, why does the yaw happen? Well, as you turn, you will need to deflect some control surfaces, and you can imagine that any time that you deflect, let's say the ailerons, one will create lift, and the other one will create a downward force, allowing you then to bank the aircraft or get the aircraft back into neutral position and into wings level. But whenever you do that, you are creating more drag. Right? So usually the place that creates more lift initially will then create more drag. So that then means the aircraft will start to yaw. So let me put the autopilot off. So this is yawing. Let me show you that. You see this? You see this? That's yawing. So the movement around the vertical axes, right? Let me do that again. You see? So that's the yawing. And again, you can imagine that people in the back, especially when you move this like this, those that are sitting furthest away from the turning point will feel the movement most. Okay, so again, you don't want that. Okay, so as you start into a bank angle, the aircraft itself, so the yaw dampener, will apply the necessary rudder input to prevent that yawing motion. And there's also some other things like Dutch roll, etc. Because of the way aircraft are built, especially large aircraft, suffer from this. So you have a yaw dampener that tries to prevent these yaw motions and making the flight more comfortable, right? So again, this is for in-flight. Okay, so the pilots of an airliner don't usually touch rudder pedals, only when they have asymmetric thrust or they want to decrab the aircraft during landing. Okay, so let's now talk about the case on the ground. So as you are on the ground, you want to point the nose down the runway centerline, correct? The thing is though, as you have wind, especially crosswind, the aircraft will try to put the nose into the wind. That is called weather waning or vaning. normal aerodynamic behavior. All right. So what you would do is, let's say the wind is from the left. What you want to do is then apply right rudder to have the nose gear steering a little bit to the right, and also the rudder deflecting to keep the nose to the center line. But as you rotate and as you lift off, so once you have lifted off, you will then gradually take out the rudder input that you had, because as the aircraft is then flying, you do not want to have continuous rudder input, because then you will side slip the aircraft, which you do not want. So what normally happens, again, let's say the wind is from the left, as you lift off, then you would slowly let go of the rudder, slowly. Then the nose will naturally, again, go into the wind. But that's good, because that way the wind will not push you off center line as you are pointing the nose to the left, i.e. grabbing the aircraft, and the aircraft will continue straight ahead on the runway center line if you do it correctly. Is that answer, Eucalyptus, is that okay for you? Is that has that answered your question? I hope I've not made it more complicated. There it is. Landing lights. Yes, thank you. Lee, wie geht's dir? Gute. And seatbelt scarf. Now I've got to get contact with Madrid, which is 3298. Okay, thank you. All right, that cleared up the question, Eucalyptus. Thanks for the question. Yeah, and again, guys, don't be shy to ask these kind of questions, because yes, obviously there's people that know already the answer, but there's a lot of people that probably don't know. So it's absolutely okay to ask these questions.
No flight 4318, Madrid, good evening, Squawk 4454. Squawk 2454, no flight 4318.
That's a bit quiet, isn't it? Let me dial up the volume there. Madrid, buenas tardes. Iberia 537, passing 315, climbing 330.
Iberia 537, buenas tardes, Squawk 4414.
4414 on the Squawk, Iberia 537.
No flight 4318, confirm Squawk 4454.
I have a feeling that you don't hear ATC. Is that correct?
Iberia 537 identified. Continuous file.
Continuous file. Thank you, Iberia 537. Speaker. Oh, you can. Ah, okay, okay. What about the loudness? Is it loud enough? Hey, Dexter. All good. Okay, Ted. Thank you. All right, then I'm happy. Cool. You do hear it. Thanks, Avenger. It's fine? Okay, cool. Artstar, thank you much. Dirkster, so you asked, so the wind coming from the left. The nose will want to go to the left into the wind, yes. That's what's called weather vaning, yeah.
Hablando de usted 45, muy buenas tardes, está en contacto radar. Suba a nivel 300. Suba a nivel 300, hablando de usted 345. No flight 4318.
Thank you, Mark. Okay, so let's talk about the. Oh, and Leah writes, all good. Oh, you had your first exam, and on Thursday it's English. Oh no, well English, you should be fine, right? Your English is good, oh very good. Okay, let's have a look at the incident.
Good day, fueling 518
Wow, all this advertising. I hope I can get rid of that. Right. So,
Squawk 4446, fueling 518 Charlie.
so Nouvelle Air. Oh, Jesus. Let me just see if I can get rid of the advertisement here. Let's do it this way. The throttle I'm using the Bravo throttle quadrant with the throttle set Airbus from Flight Sim Projects. Hang on, was it Flight Sim Project or something? How was your MOS AB9 experience? Good. I'm just going to dial down the ATC sound just a bit. So my experience with the AB9 is very good. For me, that was a very nice investment. Okay, so let's have a quick look. So the Nouvelle Air A320 on September 21st approached the wrong runway and overflew lining up aircraft. So again, I'm not speculating, I'm just quoting what it says here. Now, when you come to Nice, and we've done it many times here on stream, right? They have a weird kind of layout. You're not a big fan of Shakespeare. I know a lot of people aren't. So the weird thing is, aircraft usually land on 4 left and aircraft depart 4 right, which means of course that departing aircraft have to cross 4 left, so that's always a hot spot, and then aircraft that land have to concentrate. They have to make sure that they have the correct runway in sight and they are landing on the correct runway. Now, I'm looking at the weather here. So at 21:32, so fairly late in the evening, that's what we're talking about. So we're talking about the time frame here. So they still had light thunderstorm with rain, seeding around 3,000 feet, and they had about 8 kilometers, 9 kilometers visibility. Now it does say temporary 20 gust 35, heavy thunderstorm rain, okay, but the wind was pretty much variable if you look at those two values here, 3 knots and 4 knots. So I would say that the wind was definitely not a big factor in this incident, okay? So wherever the thunderstorms were, they were not affecting the airport per se. Maybe somewhere in the approach, but not over the airfield itself. I think that is safe to say. So what happened? So the Nouvelle Air A320 was on the approach towards runway 4 left, but lined up falsely on 4 right. The aircraft continued the approach, reaching the lowest point over the touchdown zone of the runway before commencing a go-around. An EasyJet Airbus A320, a flight from Nice to Nantes, was lining up for departure on runway 4 right when the other aircraft overflew the EasyJet before initiating their go-around. The EasyJet vacated the runway via the next exit and returned to the apron. The flight was cancelled. Wow, okay. Now this is already indicative indicative of something really rattling the flight crew and or the cabin crew. So imagine you are, you finish all preparations and you are good to go, and then that near collision causes you to actually then go back to the apron and have the flight cancelled. Yeah, they must have been very rattled. Now, the other aircraft climbed to 4,000, positioned to the approach 4 left, and landed without further incident 15 minutes later. Now, the ADS-B data of the Novel Air crossed the runway at 50 feet and initiate the go around 6 seconds later. Now, you could speculate, but we're not going to. But let's assume they stopped the descent around 50 feet. That is still very low. Now, I don't know exactly how high they were, depending on where the EasyJet was located. But I think it's safe to say it was fairly low. Too close for comfort, really. Yes, they're definitely going to have an investigation going into this. And I have to say, thank God, the crew noticed the aircraft and went around. So the thing is this, guys, I'm not sure. I didn't see any radio transcript or anything. I don't know. Maybe the tower called to go around, or I mean, the EasyJet definitely didn't see the aircraft. The EasyJet was, facing down the runway, so they definitely didn't know that they were that close to a collision. So it must have been the pilots of the Novel Air either that recognized the aircraft and went around, or the tower noticed the situation and told the aircraft to go around. All I can say is that it is very, very difficult to recognize an aircraft that is actually lined up on the runway when you're exactly behind it. So exactly behind it, what you have is position lights, white, not the green. You wouldn't see the green and red lights. You would only see the white position light, which in this case is at the rear of the aircraft, and the strobe lights. So the flashing strobe lights are something you may notice, or the beacon light if you're close to it. But nonetheless, if you are lined up exactly behind the aircraft, I can tell you that from taxiing behind the aircraft in the dark, it is tough to see them. So again, hats off. They saw it and went around. They overflew them by 3 meters. From what reference, Yoda, or who reported that? Now, I already heard some reports saying that the passengers heard the other aircraft as it flew over the EasyJet, so the passengers sitting in the EasyJet. And I would imagine that you would hear that. Full blast engines that goes above, 20-30 feet above you, you will definitely hear that. And I can also imagine the pilots in the flight deck seeing the big silhouette of that aircraft going around. Just the fact that they taxied off the runway, which was a good call as well. I think that's a very good call by the EasyJet pilots, because obviously you don't know how you would react as time goes on. So you would definitely be, maybe distracted at some point, realizing that you've just been very close to an absolute disaster. Right. Yeah, maybe even feel it. Yeah, you're right. Maybe even they felt it. Yeah, correct. Do you run orthos? Well, it's called map enhancement.
Pues descenso 5.000 pies y autorizado aproximación Borre.
Right, we're halfway there. Let me get the weather. The tail of the 320 is like 6 meters. 6 meters or something. So let's say 20 feet, if I'm not completely mistaken. So yeah, it's close. That is very close indeed. Now we should have ATIS there at Bilbao. Okay, interesting. There we go. Let's print that out. You can read that as well. Yoda quote, the EasyJet captain reportedly stated to the passengers that the Novel Air A320 had overflown them with a separation of 3 meters. EasyJet aborted its takeoff and taxied back to the terminal. Yeah, wow. We'll see. We're going to wait for the official report. It'll take a few months to come out, or a few weeks maybe. But definitely, we will have a look at that. Nice holiday plans cancelled. Nightmare. Yeah, and the thing is that normally, of course, you know, you would say bad visibility or something. But the thing is this. They were flying, for sure. Now, I would be very wrong quoting this incorrectly. But I'm pretty certain they were flying a visual approach. Meaning it's the hang on. There. So what it is, it's the visual part alpha normally. So you would fly the instrument approach until this waypoint, and then from there you circle visually to the runway 4 left. Now you can see it's offset, but I'm not going to speculate on you know what could have been the causes, you know, why the pilots mistook or did the mistake to go onto 4 right. I mean, they surely did see 4 left, but for some reason they went for the 4 right. I have, obviously, I could speculate, but I'm not going to. Hey, Super Groby, we're just going to wait for the official report. Right, let me quickly enter the performance data here. So we have runway 30, variable 1 knot, few 2000, 13 degrees, temperature 13. We set the wind is variable, so we're going to put 00 at 1 and 1024 QH. We've got a steep profile, so I'm definitely going to take config full, and we have a short runway. So both these factors do speak for a config full landing. And so it should be ILS Zulu. So we'll take ILS Zulu 30 via Dirksa. Oh, hang on. Did I? Hold on. Yeah, Dirksa. There we go. So we've got arrival Uvaki, and then Dirksa. I'm not sure though why. Probably it already has the wrong fix after that. I don't know why it puts the center fix. You see, that's a problem. So it's got Dirksa. I'm going to take Uvaki out. And it's again, it's a weird kind of way this.
November 0 Charlie Charlie, por favor, orbite sobre Norsa para separación de tráfico.
So let me check the Chegam arrival. I think it's a different Chegam arrival, and that's maybe why I'm not really connecting. What about the 3 kilo? No. What about the?
Recibido, pues sí, sobre NQ nivel 70. Recibido nivel 70, espera sobre NQ.
Yeah, so let's take the 3 Quebec.
Por favor, confirme iniciando el procedimiento de aproximación por.
So let's go again, Isla Zulu. Let's take the 3 Quebec. And then via Dirksa. Let's see if that adds up. That's better. Now I'm happy. Cool. Alrighty, and then we're going to fly the ILS Dirksa Ifasa. And then out of 4,400, and the slope is 3.4 degrees, so steeper than normal. Back to Segam. Thank you, Iberia 537. So there we go. We'll do a beam points. And top of the descent reached. Fantastic. Let's start descent. Iberia 537 standing by for descent.
Iberia 537, clear descent, flight level 100.
Descent level 100, Iberia 537. So there we go. We'll do thrust idle descent, out blue 100. Beautiful sunset here. Let's do a quick look at the back here, and then let's have a quick look where we are and how those sounds. How low we can go here. So you can see that we've got a lot of wind and we're crabbing, but 90 is currently the lowest grid altitude, and the lowest we can go after Malab is 7.5, and then we are already on the arrival route. But let me get the correct arrival again. Star. That was the Chegam. Chegam. So we'll take this one here. So we're already cleared at the moment to... Yeah, Chegam already. So clear to this point, level 100 above. And again, 9.5. Yeah, so 100 is currently safe. Hey Gaby, good evening, Bigits.
Altímetro 1024, descendemos a 6.000 pies y aterrizamos a la IS Blue.
Yeah, so again, on the ILS, and the missed approach goes 2.5, Bravo Lima Victor, Bilbao VR. Then turn right, follow 312 outbound to 4,000 feet. Once we have 4,000, turn right back to the VR. And we're going to climb 6,000 total.
Europa 2010, terreno de vista.
Europa 2010, pista 33, autorizado a aterrizar. Viento 350, 14 nudos.
35, bueno, perdón. Pista 33.
How's the MiG-29, Gaby? You enjoying it?
Vueling 1 Romeo Tango, no recibo su voz. Vueling 1 Romeo Tango, final pista 30. Vueling 1 Romeo Tango, pista 30.
So we have a landing distance available, 2,140 meters. And the exit really is Charlie 6 Delta 1 that comes to mind. This one is a bit close, so we'll take this one here.
Wizard to Lima Kilo, contact Madrid approach. 118, happy landing, goodbye.
It's fun to fly, different to the modern NATO fighters. And what about the sounds? Someone was saying the sounds are crazy good.
Madrid fueling 518 Charlie at top of descent. Welling 518 Charlie, descent flight level 100. Descent flight level 100, fueling 518 Charlie.
Yeah, again, beautiful atmosphere here. Really lovely.
6227, identify, climb flight level 170.
Flying by 170.
November 0 Charlie Charlie, descenso para 6000, autorizado aproximación RNP, pista 33, notifique campo a la vista.
6000 pies autorizados RNP, pista 33, notificamos campo a la vista, November Charlie Charlie.
Lufthansa 2 Papa Alpha, monitor Unicorn, enjoy your flight, goodbye.
1228, Lufthansa 2 Papa Alpha, thanks for service.
Just a tad high in the profile. The sounds are great. Okay, man. Now I'm intrigued as well.
Muy buenas noches, Iberia 575 a 21.000.
And Gaby, thank you for the 7 months. Thank you so much.
Iberia 575, muy buenas noches, está en contacto con la suba, nivel ya
I'm gonna take a terrain mode on here as well.
Nivel
Thank you so much, Gaby.
300 y viene
Noise,
dos
exactly.
Iberia
Exotic.
575.
No, this is completely vanilla.
No flight 4318, monitor Unicorn, enjoy your flight, goodbye.
So I don't have reshade running or something.
No flight 4318, Japan, good evening.
No shaders changes.
227, turn right, direct, waypoint top 2.
Right. So we're going to calculate the landing performance. Runway 30 is correct. No wind. 13 degrees. 1024. Right. Well, actually, let's do a wet runway. It may have rained there. And the landing weight currently 64.9. Config full, air conditioning on. We'll take 5 knots extra. And then auto brake medium. And so the forecasted is about 1600 meters with that. So we'll take that, and that means we will vacate via...
Welling 518 Charlie, free speed. Free speed.
Yeah, we'll take Charlie 5 here.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Charlie 5 to the right.
welcome aboard the Captain Black Box infotainment experience. New subscribers should now pick up their pass to first class. Thank you.
3227, climb flight level 340.
And also, Exotic, thank you so much for joining our community. Thank you for the Twitch Prime. Big round of applause for that. That's very kind of you. Exotic, thank you for joining our community. When is the LS being activated on the EFIS panel? Super Groby, well, I mean, personally, when getting close to the initial approach fix, so like, for example, so Dirksa, this will be the latest really where I would activate the LS. So to be fair, anywhere on the arrival would be a good idea to get the LS keys on. Yeah, good question as well, Mohammed.
Welcome aboard the Captain Black
Genuine
Box
Bic, hello to you. 5 months in total. Genuine Bic, thank you so much. I hope you're doing well. Thank you so much for your support. Yeah, so the 5 knots extra means the following. So if you do not, or if you leave that on 0, what that means is that the calculation is based on a touchdown speed of VREF or VLS. So this speed here, 131 knots. You see, what a normal landing would look like is that as you approach the runway, you overfly the threshold at the approach, and then you're supposed to bleed off the excess airspeed, so anything that's above VLS, until touchdown. So the whole calculation is based on a touchdown with VLS. Now, honestly, we pilots... Descent level 70, Iberia 537. Right, 70, but we got 100 magenta. So we pilots, we are rarely able to bleed off that, 5 knots extra airspeed. So that's why what we normally do, we add those 5 knots on top there to get a correct landing distance calculation. It usually doesn't really matter. However, it does matter if you have a very short runway. Right? So that way you have a better indication of how much margin you have. And that may then kind of persuade you to go autobrake medium instead of autobrake low. Yes, exactly. It's the same on the Boeing aircraft, yeah. So you're supposed to bleed off the 5 knots. So you're supposed to touch down with VREF. Yeah, that's the idea. It's map enhancement, Torre. And we should be lifetime, or is it? Yeah, it is lifetime. Well, pretty much like 6 minutes late or something, or early. You looked at Organ, you said touchdown airspeed is 14% less than the approach. Is it really? Well, maybe it's simplified for us pilots with the quotes. You could be right, Organ. I'm not, strictly speaking with your calculations. I know you've been, into doing a proper calculator for the Airbus. So you may be correct. But for us pilots, simply speaking, that's the definition that we have. Right, here come the landing lights. Beautiful. Good. So we're just slowing down now. It's doing that very nicely with the managed descent. So we have the ILS India Bravo Lima identified. Yeah, India Bravo Lima is identified. Nice. So let's have a look. I'm going to activate the approach phase, not yet, just a little bit further down the line. However, what I'm going to do is I'm going to start, although we have 30 knots headwind. I was just going to say I'm going to start reducing speed, but with that headwind, there's no need.
Iberia 537, descent 6,000 feet, QNH 1024, clear for the island Zulu approach runway 30, report when established.
Iberia 537, descent 6,000 feet, QNH 1024, cleared the island Zulu 30, I call you established. Which minimum margin is mandatory to land Super Groby? So normally, what we do is 15%. So you get a official landing distance, which is normally then for us we add 15% on top of that. So we would normally just take the raw landing distance. So this value here, we are allowed to take that in case of emergencies. Well, actually, we should still be on standard because we still have that restriction there. And the transition level was 70. Forgot to put that in there. There we go.
Iberia 575, pase ya frecuencia Unicom, buen vuelo, hasta la vuelta. Unicom para Iberia 575, muchas gracias, Vicente, buenas noches.
Yeah, so Organ, you have to realize, you're quoting like certification stuff, right? Now, I can only quote my handbooks and my operating manuals and the training manuals. So there, in landing techniques, it will tell me that these calculations are based on landing with VLS or VREF. I'm pretty sure it doesn't say 14% lower than the approach. Because what's 14% lower than the approach? And what do you do with the approach? I mean, what if you add, you know, some additionals because of wind, right? So, you know, but VREF or VLS is an absolute number, which you can see in the MCDU or the FMS. 450. Yeah, minimum is 450. So now we go 1024. Cleared for the approach. And I'm going to activate the approach phase here now. Let's slow down. And so we've got 6,000 blue. Lock star lock. Outstar.
Europa 447, pase a frecuencia única, 2280, buen vuelo, adiós.
Right, so the VLS check, let me just quickly configure the aircraft. Flaps 1, speed is check, flaps 1. So the VLS is the following. So in the older aircraft, the VLS, so this VLS is a pure table number. So this is the VLS stored in the MCDU, dependent on the current gross weight. Okay. The dedicated speeds here on the speed scale, especially with the VLS, those are actually referenced with regards to your alpha vanes. So the angle of attack measurements. Here comes flaps 2, speed check flaps. So that's why the alpha vanes may have a little bit of a different VLS indication. Alright, glide slope star, 6,000 missed approach set. And so whenever the VLS here on the primary flight display is higher than the VLS in the MCDU, you would add the difference to the approach speed. Gaming boy, have a look at my YouTube channel and have a look there. Iberia 537 has established ILS 30.
Iberia 537, runway 30, clear to land, wind calm.
Cleared land 30, Iberia 537. Right. And there you can see the rig. Yeah, and the important thing is, you've got to wait with the VLS until you are with final configuration. All right, it does make sense to check now. Okay. No, you can't select max for landing, Mohammed. You can click that as much as possible. You cannot select that. So if you need more than medium, i.e. max manual, the procedure would be to land with medium initially, wait until the nose gear comes down, and then overpress the medium brake setting, go manual braking and manual max braking. Yeah, I don't think many add-ons actually do that. You know, the VLS difference. And it would mean, because Supergroup, it would mean that you know, the aircraft actually measures internally the angle of attack, and that would be variable, which obviously is a bit too much to ask for. Hey, it's Mark, thank you so much. So Gaming Boy, there is the link. Melinda just posted a link to the video. I have flown the 330 Toliss, yes, I have. Nice add-on. I think I flew it over across the pond or something in April. Right, let's concentrate on a landing. We're currently still 9 miles out. Bit of crosswind at the moment, but we just heard clear to land with winds calm. And you can see the approach is very interesting in Bilbao. Oh man, I know I have a real world recording of a landing in Bilbao, but I don't know if I have it on this PC.
Good evening, identified. Continuous fine. Iberia 6831, llegada a Domingo 2 Quebec, para LEVC Toulouse, pista 30 Bilbao.
2,500 is checked. Let me see.
227, fly direct Toulouse, contact monitor Unicorn. Enjoy your flight, goodbye.
Unfortunately not. I have to check that again with the other. Thank you much, Exotic. Right, let's get the gear down. Speed managed. Gonna arm the spoilers. Flaps 3, speed checked, flaps 3. Here comes the gear. And flaps full. Landing. Did we reach the approach checklist? We didn't, did we? No, we did not. So the approach checklist, bar ref 1024, set 3 times. Seatbelts are on. We've got the minimum bar roll 450 feet. Auto brake medium, engine mode selector normal. That's the approach checklist complete. And let's read the landing checklist. Economical landing, no blue. So manual thrust. Manual flight.
Good evening. Mike Alpha Robert Charlie Hotel, please squawk 4402.
Yes, you see the VLS right now is 129. That's interesting. So it's actually lower. There is a difference. Well, it's got 130. So this is actually higher than what we have on the oops, getting low, on the PFD. So we're good. So there's no need to add anything. Interesting. There is a mismatch a little bit. And now we've got rain. Good thing we actually calculated with runway wet.
Richard Center, hello, Echo India, Lima, Echo Oscar, 280. Echo India, Lima, Echo Oscar, good evening, squawk 4423. Squawk 4423, Echo Echo Oscar.
Yeah, runways inside. Continue. So, cool thing is you can actually see the steeper slope as you come down. Speed brakes. Reverse agree. Diesel. There we go. Here is Charlie 5.
Echo Echo Oscar identified.
Auto brake off. Yeah, it still happens with a nose drop, and I think it's just an X-plane problem. But it's still noticeable whenever the you reduce the thrust. At least that's what I think it is. Can't be 100% sure, but and one thing I hope they fix as well is the hot brakes issue. It's still there.
Iberia 537, welcome to Bilbao, taxi via Tango and Bravo, stand number 2.
I understood Tango Alpha stand 2, Iberia 537, thank you.
Wally Pi 1A Charlie, runway 30, clear to land, wind calm. Runway 30, clear to land,
Yep.
feeling 51A Charlie.
So we got Tango Alpha stand 2. Nice. Super Groby, pleasure.
Bossman 6773 heavy, Bonito Yuri, go goodbye.
Bus Martin, after the recent update, I checked out Laminar's BE50 with its radar and was surprised how fun it is to fly. I never tried it before. Laminar, yeah. So the radar implementation is definitely a great thing, and you can see as well that the visuals are definitely improving, including performance, which is nice. I do love the night visuals. Hey Delta Tango, thank you much for the like. Delta Tango, how are you doing? Nice to see you.
EC25 Bravo Mike Madrid.
And now you're back to work. Have a good day at work.
EC25 Bravo Mike, go ahead. EC25 Bravo Mike, for separation, will you accept a climb
So
level
after
360?
landing checklist is complete.
No problem. Flight level 360 is okay.
Well, this would be Bravo, so we've got to go Alpha. It's the second one to the left. And then stand 2. Wow, that's a very nice lighting. So this is a new add-on. It's from Virtual Design Bilbao. It just dropped a couple of days ago. And it's definitely making use of the new lighting system. Very nice. I like it. Yes, I do. I have. Hang on. I have installed it. I have, and it's working. Yeah. So Ali, I don't know who told me to get the add-on. It's a little file. Yeah, it does look better, doesn't it? Looks very nice. Yeah. Ali, I will tell you that in a second. Hang on.
Iberia Express 1679 Madrid, good evening. Identified climb flight level 300, direct Madrid.
Wow. Hang on. Honestly, this looks so realistic with the reflections. Look at that. Crazy.
Thank you.
Wow, I'm speechless. That looks so realistic with the reflections. Crazy stuff. It is Smug Warrior, thanks. Yeah, that's it. So Drishel Mac 2 Light mod. Yeah, I agree. The puddles don't look repetitive either. So it's like random puddles, right? And then the lights reflect in the puddles, which is crazy good. Very nice indeed. And believe it or not, we'll see that in a minute. It has a native working jetway. Looks better than real life. Hey, home email. Well, I wouldn't get that far, but I would say it looks very nice. I mean, look at this here. Look at that. Crazy. A320. Oh, hang on. A320. There we go. Brakes on, and we've got APU bleed on. Shutting down. Transponder off. I'll put the brake fan on. Yeah, we'll have some replays, guys, as well. Beacon, seatbelts. Yeah, so I can confirm it is a Drizzle light mod. And it's just a file you drop into the plugins folder.
Madrid fueling 518 Charlie on the ground at Bilbao, vacated runway.
Oh, hang on, maybe not. Hang on. Before it could be a Lua script.
Tango and Bravo, stand number 3. Tango Bravo, start number 3, fueling 518 Charlie, thank you.
Yeah, there we go. So if I press, is it control? Oh, that's a tower. Great stuff. If I press, is it Shift or Control J? Control J. Control J. It is. Look at that. It just works. Brilliant.
Próximos a nivel de vuelo 100, Iberia 34 Romeo Foxtrot. Iberia 34 Romeo Foxtrot, continúe para nivel 70. Descenso nivel de vuelo 70, Iberia 34 Romeo Foxtrot.
Okay, it says drag resources folder to XP12 folder. So resource, it's bitmaps. Yeah, so resources, and it changed something in the bitmaps. But I can confirm it is definitely, because I've got a download file here, it is the Drizzle Mac 2 Lite mod. Yeah, thank you so much. So I've disconnected from Vatsim. Let me go and have a look at the flight replay. HC Sim, thanks. Glad you enjoyed it. So let me go back to here. And then let's do a beautiful wing view. Peter, yes there is. I think it's from Aerosoft, SAM, and there's also something like a free mod as well. Man, I love the replay feature here. It's so good. Look at the reverser sleeves as well, coming open. And Mark, he meets for the jetways. Gorgeous. Oh, that's a long ways out. Hang on. It always catches me out. So the nose drop always catches me out. It's like... So I do the flare. Let me just have a look here. So we're coming down, going into the flare, you see? And then look at the nose drop. It always catches me out. It's like whenever... Let me see when I retard the... You see, now you see the nose drops with the retard, so with the thrust reduction. And that always catches me out. It shouldn't happen. Oh, that's a cool view here as well. Look at that. The tower view. How cool. Sounds realistic when touching down. Yeah, look at that. And the reflection of the strobe lights on the ground. Wow. Oh, that looked actually pretty good from this view. Very cool. Nice. Yes, so definitely it is definitely the Drischel Mach 2 light mod. If you search for that on the internet, you will find it. And that definitely makes the whole lighting, so the not just the aircraft lights. Well, Avenger, I think it's because you are viewing it from further out, so man, but again, these visuals, these reflections, look at it. A little bit hazy because of the rain. And here, look at the beacon lights here as well. So great. It's so nice. HD Sim, you've been having some excellent flair and landing in pre-release A320ceo. They might fix... Oh, well, okay. I hope so. I really do. Kimi, you like it? Me too. I like it too. Does look great, doesn't it? Guys, okay, so the thing is, we're going to do one more flight. We're going to go now to Microsoft 2024. It will be a new stream, so I'm going to stop this stream. And I'll be back in about 10 minutes. One thing I want to do, though, quickly. I want to quickly have a look at the flight planning. Yeah, Ali, I know, right? That's why I'm not worried about retiring. I find this, the way the flight sims are evolving, I'm just so fascinated by that. We're going to do EasyJet. Easy, well, let's, I don't know, flight number 846 or something. So we are going from Liverpool to Tromsø. We're doing that in an A319. We'll take the Phoenix A319 CFM without sharklets. No way! 3-hour block time? Oh well. I guess we better hurry up, guys. Okay, guys. So there you have it. So I think flight time will be like 2 hours 50 or something, right? Yeah. My bad for having a bad pre-planning. What's the weather up in Tromsø? Light rain. Rain showers. Yeah, 800 kilograms should be fine. Passengers, 135. Generate. Liverpool, East Midlands. Let's go. Let me just have a look at the flight time real quickly. 3 hours airtime. Oh my god. Am I sure? Guys, this is long. I did not realize it's going to be that long. Shall we do something like Oslo Tromsø or something? I mean, that's a bit long. 3 hours. How long would that be? Yeah. Is that Tron? What's Tron time? Oslo, yes. Yeah, because I have a scenery for that as well. All right, guys, I'm going to change that, guys. I'm sorry. Yeah, we're going to take Trondheim. Yeah, other 3 hours is just. This will still be like an hour 30 or hour 25 or something. That's still a long enough flight time. Let's do that, okay? I mean, Trondheim is a lovely airport as well. We'll do a daytime flight, shall we? Actually, well, we'll do a sunset takeoff. And then I want to see the night lighting. Dude, all right, okay, Ali, we'll do it. Cool, guys. Thank you so much. Once again, a big shout out to Avenger Ryan gifting 5 subs, and a big shout out to Avimar also gifting a sub. Thank you for the new members coming in. Also, thank you for all the resubs. Thank you so much. My dear moderators, as always, thanks for the help, and I'll be back in about 10 minutes, guys. See you in a few minutes.